This video is an introduction to the specific stop-loss initial claim form. You will receive this claim form when an employee or dependent has either met or is close to meeting the specific stop-loss deductible. This form is sent to the stop-loss carrier, and it is very important it is filled out accurately and completely to avoid delaying your company's reimbursement. You will receive this form from either your account manager or finance team. At the top of the claim form, it will list the specific Benecon consortium. Next, you will see the carrier name, send to, policyholder, policy number, policy year effective from, specific deductible, and contract basis, incurred/paid. You will not need to fill out this section. It will be filled out when you receive the form. The next section is the eligibility work status for your employee and also the claimant. This may be the employee only or may be for a dependent who is on your health insurance plan. You will need to submit an enrollment form or a screenshot of the enrollment proving that the employee or dependent is on your health insurance plan. It's important to show that they currently have insurance coverage through your health plan. You will start by listing the group name. Please print clearly or type the information being requested, as this will be important that it is legible. Some claimant information may be pre-filled, but you will then need to neatly print the employee or dependent specific information, like the gender, date of birth, social security number, etc. The date of hire. This is the date the employee was hired at your company. The original effective date. This would be the date your employee initially had health insurance coverage. This is usually 60 to 90 days after the date of hire. Termination date. This would be filled out if the employee has been terminated. Please print N/A for not applicable if the employee is still working. Claimant name other than the employee. This information will be filled out by the finance team. It will list the dependent if the name is known. You will fill out the date of birth, gender, claimant relationship. This is the relationship to the employee. You will list the dependent's original effective date. This is the date when the dependent obtained insurance coverage through your company under the employee's coverage. In the next section, you will need to provide information for absences the employee had during the last 12 months. This section is important to fill out accurately due to the stop-loss carrier wanting to see how the employee maintained their eligibility while they were absent from work. If the claim form is being filled out for a dependent, exact dates for time periods marked as absent will need to be included for the employee. This is important, especially if the employee took family medical leave. All time frames should be listed out with specific dates. For example, listing January 2010 to February 2010 is not acceptable. It should list specific dates, for example, January 3rd, 2010 through February 1st, 2010. You will need to list it specifically, as this can prevent a delay in reimbursement until it is filled out accurately and specifically. Question number 1 asks, has the employee missed any work during the last 12 months? You will want to check yes or no. If the answer is yes, please list the last date the employee was actively at work. This should be a specific date. At the bottom of the form, in bold, it lists that you will need to submit all family medical leave paperwork along with proof of premium payments, if applicable. You will need to submit the leave of absence policy for your company. This is so that the stop-loss carrier will be able to see that policies for any absences are being followed. All absences should have documentation to prove what is written in question number 2. Question number 3 asks, if the employee has returned to work. If the answer is yes, the employee is actively at work, fill in the date they returned from their latest leave and if it was on a full-time or part-time basis. If you answer no to this question, you will not need to fill in the date returned. Question number 4 asks if coverage was terminated and if COBRA has been elected. You will want to select the appropriate answer. If Benecon administers COBRA, you can request that this information is sent directly to the finance team with the qualifying event, date of qualifying event, COBRA premium payments, etc. If you have another vendor that administers the COBRA benefit, you will want to get this information to submit with the stop-loss initial claim form, along with the signed and dated COBRA election form and proof of premium payments. Once you have completed this form in its entirety and gathered the pertinent documents, you will want to have an employer representative sign, enter their title, print their name, and date the form. When a claim form is for a dependent, Benecon may request that a coordination of benefits form be filled out if they are unable to get this information from the health insurance carrier. This information is important so that the claims are paid by the appropriate carriers, as the employer does not want to be responsible for claims that another carrier should be paying. We hope you find this video to be helpful and that it provides you with greater understanding of the stop-loss claim form and obtaining the reimbursement for your company.